Hi, Mike DePung here, and I'm really glad that you're with me if you are. This is another of the songs of a shaman, another offering here to you, that it might just be some kind of help in your own personal healing journey. The songs of spirit that are all around us in various ways. I want you to know, I know that I'm aware that it's been close to 2 weeks since I've last done a video. And there are different reasons for that, but the main thing is that um, I just have not heard these songs that have come together, that have coalesced into something unified. Everyday Spirit speaks to me, make no mistake about that. If I look for it, when I don't, then hey, guess what? I get nothing. Um, but their spirit is there, and the spirits about us and all of these individual elements and beings and objects, spirit is here. And spirit is here for all of us. So please be encouraged about that. Um, most of the things that I've shared so far, I didn't go back and look, so I'm not 100% certain. But most of the things so far have been centered on the elements of nature where spirit speaks. And that's still certainly very strong for me every single day. And but this time, this particular time, 2 days ago, this was fresh 2 days ago, and this is called this is the Song of the Fresh Morning. Um, and I just had I've been in a place where there are things going on in my life, and I don't mean necessarily circumstantial things, but thoughts and wondering and um, visions that I've had in the journeys that I've taken. So I want you to just keep that in mind, because I'm telling you this because there's a variety of ways that spirit can speak to us. And one of the things I've been questioning, I mentioned this last time too, so it's still an ongoing thing with me, is like, do I continue in the path that I'm on? And I know that I will, but it's like, where's the value? Where's the direction? What specific way will it go? And I'm sure if you've been on a healing journey for a while, you understand this and you know it. So here it is. The song of the fresh morning, it has to do with this. It didn't focus on nature, elements of nature, the birds that gather together, or the trees speaking to me, some of the guardians of the trees that I have met and known. Um, this has to do with people around me. And sometimes I question, and I did this the night before this happened. I said, does this mean anything to any, the way that I am, the way that I exist? And it's who I am that matters. It's who you are that matters most. It's not what we do necessarily. So here's the deal. I was questioning this, and I asked my spirits in ceremony the night before, um, is there any encouragement? Is there anything to show me? That this is that I just continue on like I have been. And I really did question it. So I go out with my puppy on the next morning. This was Wednesday morning. I go out with my puppy, and I'm walking up the street, and I hear a beep beep real soft. And there's a bus service in our area that's called the Older Adult Transportation System. And this guy comes every single morning and picks up somebody on the next street over from me. Um, he, I've seen him for a couple of years, for several years. I always smile and wave. Sometimes I can't even see who's driving cars most of the time, but I do this all the time. I smile and wave. Somebody from that, it's a familiar car, at least, I smile and wave. And I've been doing this for a couple of years and nothing's ever come of it. I mean, it's just like, hey, it's great to see somebody that I see every day and I know they're helping somebody else, and smile and wave. It doesn't cost me anything, even if I'm hurting, even if I've got a bad foot or a bad hip or something. It doesn't matter. It costs me nothing to smile and wave. And I can do that And I could do that to anybody, and I do it to a lot of people, but I could do it to anybody simply because of this. When I know who I am, that I am an expression of spirit incarnate, and that at my core essence of spirit, heart, self, I am love. I know that everybody else is the same. It doesn't, I'm not threatened by other people in terms of who they are. Are they going to try to be better than me? Are they going to try to compete with? I don't care. It doesn't matter because I know they are a fellow expression of spirit incarnate, and that at their core essence, they're love. Couple of years, nothing. This Wednesday morning, beep beep, guy pulls over with his passenger, and I'm assuming that the people on the bus see me smile and wave too. But he's like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm fine. How are you?" He said, "I've been meaning to ask you. I hope it's okay. What's your puppy's name?" And I told him it was Maisie. And he said, "Well, it's nice to meet Maisie, and you are?" And I said, "I'm Mike. Um, I'm very pleased to meet you. And you are?" And he said, "Bobby." He said, "I just always enjoy seeing you walking." And this is a guy that even sees me up on the main busy street. If I've missed him on our street, on a side street here, he still waves or beeps his horn at me, and I still smile and wave at him. So that was an encouragement. That was an expression of love. That was fresh. That was something that was new that I hadn't experienced before. And I think that's pretty cool. Is it a song yet? Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know how strongly I feel about it. I don't know how I'll process it later. But as we continue our walk, we're about a half a mile or so away. I'm like, something is in my shoe. And it's stabbing me in the bottom of my foot. So the pine, who I know, and I know the guardian of the pine, I'm like, hey, thank you for being here right here when I have to stop. There's a big knot at the bottom of this pine, big enough for me to sit on. And uh, I sat down and I took my shoe off, my sock off, and I got everything, I made sure everything was okay. And I hear, "Excuse me, sir." And I look over, and it's this lady from the house across the street. I've seen them for a couple of years too. She and her husband will occasionally be outside, not often, but occasionally. And I always smile and wave. And she said, "I just worried that something was wrong because I've never seen you sit down before. We see you go by every morning, and I know that we've waved to one another, but I just wanted to make sure you were okay." And I laughed and I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just had something in my shoe." She said, "Well, if you need a step to sit on, you can come and sit on our porch and do that." And I said, "Thank you. I'm finished." But again, a fellow expression of spirit incarnate who cared about me because I simply sat down and it was out of the norm. And she recognized that. That was beautiful in and of itself. And then the third thing that happened that is like, okay, this is a song. I come back, my neighbor's out, and she's like, "Mike, wait, I've got a pan for you." You know, um, my wife had made her a gooey butter cake, and when their puppy died, they had to have their puppy put down 2 weeks ago. And she called me and asked me, could I come over? Did I want to come over and say goodbye, which I did. And I spent some time with the puppy. And and I did a few little minor shamanic things that they probably didn't even recognize as such, but I did that. And when I took the gooey butter cake over, I spent gosh, probably an hour and a half with her, and um, it, with the family and with her. And she was just so grateful for it. And she gave it back to me, and it's filled with cookies that she had made for last weekend was the Eastern Orthodox Easter, and they are Eastern Orthodox in from their home country. And so she filled it. She said, "It's our tradition. If somebody gives you it gives you something, gives you something in a container, you return the container with something else, with something in it for them." And she's amazing, wonderful cookies. And it was just like this all came on that morning when I needed that encouragement, that help, that support, and that the spirits knew and they communicate. They let me know through these people that what I do, just being me. And this is what I want to encourage you with if you're in on a healing journey and you're in a place like this where you're questioning things, because that's part of healing, um, where you're questioning things. Know that being yourself, exploring and continually discovering who you are, is something that pleases the spirits, and that is the most honest, sincere thing you can do, and the most helpful thing you can do for your own personal healing. And the most wonderful thing you can do to help anybody else, encourage anybody else on their healing journey, is just simply being you. We all start as a certain base of being spirit incarnate. Uh, we are all at core essence love. Boy, with some people and the way things are in the world, it's hard to look beyond that, look into that, and to look beyond the ugliness that exists. But at core essence, everybody is. I don't know what two of these people are that I experienced the other morning are really like. I don't know what they believe. I don't know what they think. I don't know what their practices are about life and society. But you know what? I know at core essence who they are. And because of that, I can smile and wave. It was a fresh morning for me. And so this is the song of the fresh morning. I share it with you in love. And until next time, I give you love and peace. I send that towards you and smile and wave. Bye now.